In November 2017, the first ever Gender Action Plan under the UN Framework Convention on Climate Change was adopted. It's a clear sign that the international community is stepping up its efforts to promote gender equality in the context of climate change. And at the heart of this is agriculture.
While thinking about adaptation, it's important to think about the different needs of men and women and their different roles and responsibilities in society. We are working with the ministries to try and make sure that there are gender action plans.
The United Nations Development Programme, UNDP, and the Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, are coordinating a programme, NAP-AG, or the Integrating Agriculture in National Adaptation Plans programme, helping 11 countries to achieve gender equality in their national adaptation planning for climate change. Promoting equal participation, developing awareness and gender-related skills, monitoring gender issues, and budgeting for gender-related work are just some of the steps that countries are now taking to ensure that their responses to climate change address the different needs and priorities of women and men. In Vietnam, women's participation in the private and public spheres is being promoted as key to climate change response.
During our project preparation or planning process, gender issues is a very important part of our strategy to get balance between the key players of the implementation process.
Đều tập trung cho cái vai trò là giới, cái thứ hai là vai trò của người phụ nữ. Thì lúc nào cũng quan tâm và đặt cái vai trò và kêu gọi cái người phụ nữ phải là cái cũng vai trò là cũng nòng cốt trong gia đình để có thể vận động gia đình cũng như là tham gia với cộng đồng trong cái nâng cao hơn nữa cái vai trò mình đối với cái cộng đồng xã hội.
In Uganda, key stakeholders have been encouraged to understand why gender equality is important and how to integrate it into adaptation plans in agriculture. Gender equality can only be achieved if the institutions working on adaptation become more gender responsive.
Government says there has to be indicators of climate change. There has to be indicators on gender. That is nice and that is new. So which means that all the departments now have got to start thinking climate change. That way the productivity increases. That way the destituteness of the population decreases. That way we have very happy people.
We give attention to gender issues throughout our work, right from group formation. Women would come, but we encourage them in occupying groups at different positions within the farmer field schools. We try to look at gender equity. I can't say equality, but equity. And even in the network committee now, we are very sensitive on that. And FAO trained us in gender particularly, and we came down and trained also the community on the different tools, like to make vision journeys, households having their own vision journeys, and much more, having a plan of where they are going.
In Colombia, an 8-step methodology for integrating gender into adaptation planning in agriculture has been developed, and this is now being adopted by other sectors. This approach includes the integration of gender into systems for monitoring adaptation, so that it's possible to see who's adapting, in what ways, and to ensure that the benefits are reaching everyone.
Son 8 pasos que tienen que ver con cómo empezamos a reconocer el territorio, a identificar el contexto de intervención, cómo podemos generar información cuantitativa y cualitativa importante para poder analizar las relaciones de género que hay entre hombres y mujeres que están generando prácticas o nocivas o positivas para los temas de adaptación a cambio climático, y cómo podemos generar alternativas de solución que sean transformadoras de esas relaciones desiguales de género, de esas brechas y esas discriminaciones cuyas principales afectadas siguen siendo las mujeres y las niñas, y que tienen incidencia directa en los temas del sector agrícola y pues que se ven reflejados finalmente en los temas de cambio climático.
Creemos que garantizar una política integral implica incluir las cuestiones de género y a la mujer dentro del proceso de adaptación.
As these examples show, international momentum is now moving towards achieving gender equality. and countries are acting to address gender and to ensure that their commitments under the Gender Action Plan are being met.